I had done some recent videos about Los Angeles mayor's race, and it looks like they're about to make a change in Los Angeles with Spencer Pratt. But generally, the entire state of California, not just Los Angeles, but the entire state of California is, I think, a destroyed paradise from what it used to be. And everything from the governor to the mayor of Los Angeles to other Congress people, the state legislature in Sacramento, which is a basket case, all the California state officials, I think most of them are very bad and corrupt, and they've destroyed uh, uh, the Golden State. They've destroyed California. And the thing is that's really interesting to me is I don't remember the last time I heard anyone say that they're moving to California just because they want to, just because it's a desirable place to want to live. And it's so expensive anyway. But I think it was the 1990s was the last time I heard anyone say, I'm moving to California and I love it out here. And move out there just because they want to, just because it's a paradise. It's a gorgeous place to live. And it was a friend of the family that had moved to California in the early 1990s. That was the last time. All I hear about is people moving to Texas and Florida and other states for a higher quality life. And I don't hear anybody saying since the 1990s that they want to move to California. They just want to move to California because it's desirable, because it's a beautiful place to live. I don't remember anybody saying that to me since the 1990s. And so I really think, it's the definition of insanity. The definition of insanity is to move to California because I don't hear anybody saying it. They're all moving to Texas and Florida. That Texas and Florida are the two fastest growing states in the country. They're booming like crazy. And all I hear is Texas and Florida, Texas and Florida. I don't hear anything about moving to California. And I know they've had an exodus. I know they've lost a lot of population, even though there's still roughly 40 million people. They still have the most populous state. That could change. They might lose a lot of that 40 million people that live in California. But some people are just stuck out there. But I think it's if I do hear anybody say they're moving to California, that's insanity. It would be, so in other words, it would be insanity to move to California because you're going to be having looking at tents and homeless people and defecation and urine and poo and garbage and filth and high property taxes and pollution and smog and crazy politicians and terrible traffic and crime and feeling unsafe and worrying about your house being burglarized, worrying about being mugged. There may be some parts, because it's a huge state, there may be some parts that are more safe than other parts where it could be desirable to move to certain parts. I don't know where those parts would be. It seems like the state is so congested. There's so much traffic. There's wildfires. There's possibly earthquakes. There's water problems. They don't have a good water supply. Um, just so many problems. And and so I think that's the definition of insanity. The new definition of insanity is to move to California. That is that. So there is now a new definition of insanity. Insanity. The definition of insanity in 2026 is to move to California because nobody is doing it. The billionaires aren't doing it. The celebrities aren't doing it. They're all going to Texas and Florida.